Score 1-1. I told you guys, this guy is a beast. Cryok is the guy to watch here. I'm so sad that he's not playing in TLS. Although, having said that, he actually might get in. I'm not going to say more than that, but Cryok might end up playing in TLS after all. We seeded him to the finals. Don't tell anybody. Anyway. Yeah, 1-1. All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go on to game number 3. Looks like it's going to be on Fighting Spirit. Fantastic. All right, no delays. Let's keep going. All right, it's going to be. Whoa! I was like, is Marvin just like joins the game and leaves and forfeits the game? Well, that was scary. All right, on the top right, as the purple look, we have Sass Zaraki. Awesome Spanish Zerg fighting. And at the top left, as the blue Protoss, we have iFU Must, aka Lancer X. I'll just call him Lancer X since he's called that in TLS. Although I'll probably call him Must during the game. Sweet. Purple and blue. Nice. So this is gonna be quite interesting. Zaraki might be a little bit upset right now because he did play in this morning's Defiler tournament, but ended up getting in, like, having an IP conflict with somebody or something like that, and lost the game due to coin flip. Because the way Yoda resolves like lag issues or IP conflicts in Defiler is just a coin flip. So Sir Zaraki was not happy about that. Anyway, it looks like he's going to 9-pool against Lancer X, who has scouted in the incorrect direction here. Hopefully he builds a Forge and then scouts with the Forge probe. Otherwise he could be in some serious trouble. And let's see what he's going to do. This is a little bit late, it looks like. Well, it's going to be a 12 Forge. Is it? No, it's still on 11. Okay. He had a lot of extra minerals, and this pool is over halfway done. It's gonna be a little bit scary. The curious thing to me, though, is that Lancer X is actually making a proper wall here. Lancer X, of course, notorious for being a fairly high-level Protoss player, and yet having the worst SimCities imaginable. And yet he's actually doing it properly now. Thank goodness for that. And that could very well save his life. And I really hope he sees that and doesn't block the drone. Oh no! Oh no, he's blocking the drone. He's not going to see the links. He might make a Nexus. Oh god, he's going to make a Nexus in the... No, he's going to make a cannon. Oh yeah, oh, he's making 2 cannons. Oh, fantastic. I don't know how he thought to do that. I guess he just sensed that the drone was late or something. That's some crazy game sense. I have no idea why he thought he should make 2 cannons without actually seeing the pool. It must just be the drone timing there, but like, to me, that could... It doesn't look different from an Overlord, or sorry, an Overpool drone timing or something. I don't know. Well, either way, it's going to save his life. Cancel? Good. Very good. Very good. And Zaraki actually making a couple of additional links here. So he's made 8 links total so far. Those additional 2 links will be spotted by the probe. But look at this. Zaraki doesn't know where his opponent is, so he's going cross-map. Oh, Zaraki's going cross-map. Well, that's completely going to destroy any chance of doing a run-by. If he'd gone straight here, he could potentially have gone for a run-by here as well. Even though I actually, with 6 things against 2 cannons is probably not a good idea, even though it's wide open. You're at most going to get 1 or 2 Zerglings in, but now it's definitely impossible. So now he's going to go over here and be like, oh, no, no! Yeah, so Zaraki's going to have to do something else. He's going to go get a 3rd here at the bottom right. And he's going to see the wall here and be like, oh, well, not much I can do here. Yeah. This is pretty cool. Apparently somebody finally told Must how to wall on Fighting Spirit. Oh, there's 8 lings, but there's a probe blocking. Is he going to go for it anyway? He could try and go for it. No. Actually, is that 10 lings or 8? No, that is just 8. Okay, it looks like Lancer X actually bring a couple more probes. He sees how many lings there are. But yeah, no chance that Zaraki actually gets in there. Otherwise, things are going fairly normally. Core build slightly late. Again, Must's building timing always seems a fraction slow. Which, you know, generally doesn't make a huge difference, but you think that like an A- level player would have pretty crisp timings and stuff. Yeah, it looks like the links have been pulled back here just to block any additional probe scouts. And in the meantime, we have some X-Core, very exciting. We have a lair, very exciting. And we have a probe that is going to live. Awesome. Stargate. Yep. And Overlord sees everything. So that's all well and good. That's gonna be quite good. Zaraki actually, in like a few weeks ago in some Defiler tournaments, he actually played some pretty crazy long CVPs. And I think these guys are probably pretty closely matched in level, actually, at least in this matchup. So yeah, hoping for a nice long high-level CVP. Ooh, nice, nice! Kill that Zergling, yeah! Oh, speed is done. That guy's dead. That must be the worst feeling in the world as a zealot. Like, you're running away from slowlings, and you're like, run as fast as you can. They're still faster than you, but only by like half a second or something. I don't know. What's the unit of speed? Whatever. But then suddenly like speed finishes, and you thought you could get to the safety at the back of some minerals, and suddenly speed finishes, and you get surrounded. You're like, no, I was so close. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, could you imagine, you know, in other situations if that would happen? Like imagine a zombie movie, right? And you know, you've got all these crazy people running away from zombies, and then suddenly the zombies get speed upgraded and they run like twice as fast, and you're like, oh shit! Like what the fuck is that? That would actually be pretty funny. I think they should actually do that. They should have a speed upgrade in zombie movies. Oh, man, that's a genius idea. Quick, somebody call what's his name? That guy who makes a lot of zombie movies. Ramiro? Is that his name? Something like that. Anyway, this is completely blocked off, so yeah, speed not gonna do too much. But man. Oh man, speed upgrade for zombies. We need to do that. Maybe they'll do that in the next Resident Evil. They've already done a bunch of really random stuff. Speed upgrade. That's the next one. And then crack upgrade. Crack zombies. Oh man. Anyway. What's going on here? Pretty normal stuff. Pretty normal stuff. Oh, looks like some Zergling's gonna bite the dust. And otherwise, it's just a 5-hatch. Look at old 5-hatch. Boop, 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 doo. Oh, looks like a couple Scourge gonna come poking here. I don't know why there's only one. Where'd the other guy go? Well, he didn't last long either. Alright. Threw his life away. He couldn't stand living without his twin anymore. They were separated at birth, and now he's gone to rejoin him in, I don't know, Zerg heaven. You guys think Zergs go to heaven? I don't know, is there like some Zerg version of heaven? Where there's like creep everywhere, and you know, you get like free Terrans to infest or something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think Zerg heaven would be like? Get it! Get it! Get it! He's gotta block the third! He's gonna block the third! Oh, there's already Ling there blocking. Alright, he's definitely gonna get it then. Oh, no! Wait! Shit! Oh, got him. Got him! Do. Sure as hell are no Terran in Zerg Heaven. Yeah, that's probably true. I bet Zerg Heaven is just full of like really bad Protoss walls. It's just like an entire landscape of walls that are full of holes and not enough cannons. That's probably what Zerg Heaven is like. Anyway. So we got some Hydras poking out to deny this third. That's gonna be easy peasy. Yeah, no chance for that. No High Templar here even. Did Pulse on this finish? Yep, so he did. So Zaraki doing the denial. Honestly, I'm not really sure what Muss is doing. He's got a few, like, +1 speed loss here, but not doing too much. He's gonna engage these Hydras. It's allowed him to kill the Overlords, but you can't engage that many Hydras with just this few speed loss. Like, speed loss in the early mid game are still okay against Hydras because the numbers aren't at, like, critical mass yet. But he didn't really have enough. He's now got a couple of Templars. I mean, he's floating a little bit of money here. Muss just seems to be a little bit off in everything he's doing. I mean, you know, I already pointed this out in the early game. You know, his Forge was slightly slow, his Cybernetics core is slightly slow, and everything seems to be compounding on each other to make it that, even though he hasn't really suffered any significant damage, he's like floating a lot of money. He's a little bit behind where he should be, I feel, without Zaraki really doing anything. Meanwhile, Zaraki getting some safety spores here. I don't think that's really necessary. Well, I guess, you know, there are +1 Sares here from Muss, but there's not that many. And he did just go with normal 5-patch Hydra. You can see he must have stopped at 4 Corsairs, but I guess it's fine for safety. Zaraki, meanwhile, now taking the 4th base while moving in with the Hydras. I really like this move, actually. When the Protoss is going for a relatively quick 3rd base like this, you go in back, or sort of backsap at the natural. A lot of times you can like pick off free Templars and, you know, bust a few buildings down here. It's a pretty nice move, and then obviously you can just run away if they come back. And whoa, careful. So in the meantime, ooh, we got a Queen's Nest already. All right, so it looks like Zaraki doesn't want to stick on Hydra Lurker for too long. Actually, he hasn't even made any Lurkers. Looks like he might have just skipped Lurkers entirely. Although you'll probably want to get them eventually. Well, maybe not. But yeah, he's decided to go for a relatively quick hive here. Which probably makes sense. I mean, he's... Oh no, he does have Lurkers. Okay. Alright, there we go. Just now making them. A lot of Lurkers too. Could you imagine a nice storm on there? Mmm, juicy. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Yeah, I would have been quite surprised if he skipped them entirely. Even if you're not going to make that many and go for hive, you still want a few. Anyway, so there's a hive on the way. As well as the 4th base. This is actually quite interesting, because Zaraki's still gone for this, you know, well, I guess it's not too quick 4th base, but it's a relatively quick 4th base. And yet he's also putting on pressure with the Hydras as well. Which is quite nice. So he's not doing, you know, that style that Zerg sometimes do nowadays, where they go really turtley mode and just build a lot of defenses in SimCity and just sit on 4 bases for a while. He's actually being really active and aggressive about it. So his 4th base isn't that fast, but you can see he's putting a lot of pressure on the Protoss. He's kind of lurker contained now, essentially. And this base is extremely vulnerable because he's run up the left side to the right side, so now the cannons and the units aren't even covering it. So this is a really nice move from Zaraki, and I think this base could very well fall. Even though there's a lot of Zealots here, there's no observers here, as you can see. Ooh, nice storm there, kind of catching the Hydras a little bit. Hydra's gonna go try and snipe down these Templar. Is he gonna get it? He does get a Templar with enough energy for a storm, and this Lurker is just invincible right now. Is there any observer? Okay, looks like the first observer is out, but the rest of the units are kind of stuck in the main base, but at the very least he will be able to kill this Lurker and resume mining there. But Zaraki does already have the 4th base up, so that's fine. Oh, he can actually, he's actually still got a Hydra here. Looks like he might have forgotten about it. He can actually just make that into another Lurker. Meanwhile, Zaraki doing a good job, you know, checking out these other bases. He's got spotting everywhere to make sure there's no hidden base or anything going up. And I think Muss probably actually wants this gateway to die so he can move out with all his units, otherwise he's a little bit stuck. Anyway, more Hydras coming in for Zaraki, doing a really aggressive contain here. You know, most Zergs do the contain out here. He's just gone straight into it, kind of cutting off the reinforcements from 3rd base, but there we go. Protoss is breaking out here, but there's the Observer snipe! And that's going to keep the Lurkers alive a little bit longer. A second Observer is going to get sniped. Looks like it might barely escape, and looks like it will escape, and the Templar escapes as well. So Zaraki unable to do too much right there. Ooh, I like how Zaraki's left some Hydras here to block shuttles from the Protoss. He's also got a really nice drone saturation as well. So, so Zaraki in pretty solid shape, although, you know, Muss does have a supply advantage, but look at this, oh man, his goons are all just freaking out. They can't leave the base because of this guy, and the gateways are pretty haphazardly placed as well, which is not ideal. If he kills this Overlord, he can actually just send out a couple of DCs to clean this up. There's only one Overlord here. But otherwise, he's not in good shape. I don't know where these guys are going. I guess just to do more spotting. Meanwhile, Zaraki just macroing up as normal. And he's getting his Defiler mount. If Defilers get up here outside the Protoss natural, that's going to be almost impossible to break out of. Muss really needs to go before those Defilers get here. He's got a ton of Dragoons. I don't know what he's waiting for now. Really needs to go. I guess he's just waiting for an observer, I guess. It looks like he's got to be really careful not to let that get sniped, but he is moving out now. Hydras are moving in. Can Zaraki snipe this observer? looks like Lancer's going to be a little bit more careful now, so at the very least, he's broken out of the first layer of the contain, but now obviously Zaraki just going to go back to the more normal position here and keep the contain on, although it looks like Lancer X is going to break out here. He's at 160 supply against 124. He does have the nice supply lead. He needs to get some good storms off as well, though. It looks like he's only got a couple of Templar here with the army. It looks like another Templar in the back. He's got so many goons. He really should go, I think. He's being very hesitant. Should just move out with the goons. Meanwhile, Zaraki taking another base at the 3 o'clock here while he's got the contain. Is this observer? It is going to get sniped. Not careful enough. There is another one in the back. Zaraki really playing this as annoyingly as possible, but you know that's the correct way to play. Really, it's a winning way to play. In the meantime, Corsair's gonna poke around a little bit, and it looks like Must is finally gonna commit here with the goons, and he needs a storm to back it up though. Oh no, another observer gets sniped. Oh, this is so painful for Must. He's got the unit count he needs. He just keeps losing the observers. Look at that big Protoss army that just keeps getting hamstrung by these stupid little observers. In the meantime, I had 2 forges in the back now, so he's got 3 forges going. He's not actually using all 3. His money's also getting a little bit high here. Probably just really getting frustrated, trying to micro this down. Looks like he's going out now. Again, he needs the storms. Where the storms are? The storms are the crucial component here. The Dragoons alone are not enough, and the crack is done for the Zerglings. And oh man, good storms. But a lot of the Protoss army has been whittled down. A lot more goons in the back, though. It looks like Must able to break out. All the support units for the Lurkers are gone. No more observer sniping possible for Zaraki. Only Lurkers against Master Dragoons is not a winning combination. And here we go. The Scourge, though, are coming in. Can they get all the observers? They do get both of the observers. So again, even without Hydralisks, Zaraki snipes all of the observers. And Lancer X is forced back once again. He doesn't even have enough. Oh, he does have storm. Why is he not storming? He's got 2 storms. Oh my god, Lancer X really lackluster storms from him are I think, costing him the game. If he'd done much better storms so far, I think this game would be a lot different right now. But it just keeps wasting those Templar. It actually looks a lot like his game in the TLS, in fact, that he played, I think, against Busy, where he just really didn't have very good storms, even though he had a lot of Templar. Anyway, Lancer X now down to 135 supply against 121. The supply gap has closed. First Defiler's out, although it looks like he's going to suicide himself, and actually, it looks like somehow Zaraki did not reinforce enough, and Lancer X might finally break out of his base. But at this point, Zaraki's already on 5 bases, although it looks like Zaraki wasn't paying attention and didn't actually start mining from his 3 o'clock base, so Lancer X is not quite out of it yet. He's still floating a lot of minerals, but he's now out of his base, so he can maybe try and take another base here at the 9 o'clock or something. How many gateways does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8? 8 gateways, it looks like, in total? Definitely needs another base, or just spend the minerals on something, really. Yeah, I'm sure he's very relieved to have broken out here. And Zaraki didn't quite take advantage as much as he could have. He didn't start mining at this base until just now, so delayed for quite a while here. But in the meantime, he has got the cows out. They're getting a little bit stuck here at the bottom right, but we can see Must is going to establish this base at the 9 o'clock. Must at 147 supply, but Zaraki at 146. The supply gap is no longer there, which is bad for the Protoss. Protoss needs to be a bit ahead in supply of the Zerg, basically from the mid-game onwards. And look at this, a few more DTs are actually being made by Lancer. I'm not sure if those are just to go, block bases, or actually he's using them in the army. They can be mildly effective. You have to be a little bit careful though. They're pretty flimsy, but they do have pretty good DPS, especially against ultras. Meanwhile, Fueling's going to go over here to the 9 o'clock, but that is being well defended by a handful of Protoss units. Must is moving back now as well. I do think he should be a little bit careful not to be over-eager with his army. He's not really sure about the Zerg's army composition or the positioning, and he is getting a fresh base up that he really doesn't want to get backstabbed and killed. So I do think it's probably a good idea to kind of keep sort of on this side of the map and not go too crazy with the army. He also seems to be missing High Templars entirely. I guess he was just like, well, my storms suck, so I might as well just not storm at all. And looks like he's going to start Reaper production as well. Interestingly, just has the rally point here. Didn't actually rally that out to his main rally point, which, I mean, I guess that's fine. It's sort of a stylistic thing, but I don't know, it seems to me to be best to just rally everything to the same place. That way you don't forget about units and lose them. But I guess if he's comfortable with that, that's fine. But a lot of his army is going to get caught out of position here by the Ultraling. He's got to be careful. A lot of his units are going down to the 6 o'clock instead. Oh man, he could lose some of his units, but no, looks like Zaraki is not going to commit here. Even though this Ultraling army, I'm pretty sure, could just slaughter what Must has right now. It's so Dragoon heavy with only 2 Archons and no Storms. Ultraling is going to be so ridiculously effective there. But it looks like he might have just been pulling back to regroup with a Defiler or something. But here we go. If Must commits here, it's not going to be good. Both players are essentially maxed, but there is now a Reaver in the composition. That Reaver could be crucial here. Where's the Dark Swarm? Zeraki's not swarming. The Swarm is late. The Reaver, though, is also falling late, and there's no Storms, and it looks like Zeraki is going to break through here. Once the Reaver falls, these goons are going to be sitting ducks here. They're going to be mincemeat. It looks like the Reaver is picked up, and as I said, the Ultralink composition way too strong against what Must has right now. Caught with the wrong unit mix, not enough Archons, no High Templar, only a single Reaver, and just mass goons is not going to cut it against Ultralink. Zeraki, look at that, completely maxed out against a 170 supply Must, and is going to eat the rest of these Dragoons. A few random links in the sea. Oh, looks like Must now building a whole bunch of Archons, but he could lose his space though. He needs to save the space. If he loses his space, he'll only be mining from the 12 o'clock. He needs this army to come down right now. He's sending down the units. He needs the rest of the army to come down right now, but I don't think it's going to be in time. He's going to lose the 9 o'clock expansion. There's no question about it. He might even lose the army that's trying to defend here. He doesn't even have enough units. Oh man, losing all of the probes there as well, plummeting in supply. He's got 3 Archons now, but there's no way that's enough. Zeraki maxed on pure Ultraling right now. So deadly, so sick. And Zeraki just eating everything alive. 110 supply remaining for the Protoss. Zeraki still almost maxed. Nice Reaver shot right there, but it's not quite going to cut it. Few of these Ultras kind of running headlong into the Zealot wall, getting picked off, but look at how many Ultras are remaining in the back. A few probes even trying to take the space at the bottom left, but no chance for that. Zeraki meanwhile getting the 6 o'clock base as well. And yeah, it looks like Must might be able to hold on just for a little bit here with the help of this awesome Reaver here, but I mean, this is not going to last long here. He's now only mining from this 12 o'clock base, and it doesn't really have the gas to like mass a bunch more Archons, which is really what he needs. Zeraki meanwhile looks like he's petered off a little bit. I guess he's just building a second round of Ultras or something. He's still at 166 supply, although I'm not really sure where that supply is. Yeah, it looks like it might just all be in larva right now, all be in eggs. Meanwhile, the good old 2 Observer Harass at the 6 o'clock. Very advanced technique. If you spam click Observers around a hatchery, it makes a lot of bleepy noises, which can annoy the Zerg player and cause him to inadvertently quit the game. It's a hidden technique, not many people know it. In the meantime, Ultraling has been remade, and there's one of them. Looks like Zeraki's aim moved in the wrong direction. He's down to the 12 o'clock. Oh, there we go. Hey! Alright, here we go. Ultralink's around. Hydra's in the back as well. Reaver's trying to be a hero. He's got 16 kills. Oh, there's no way it's enough. Oh god, this poor army is crushed. It is crushed. Ah, Simo! And there goes the army. Bye-bye. Okay, seriously though, what are these guys even doing here? How did that happen? Did he misrally the rover or something? No, but they went there at the same time though, so he must have right-clicked them. And GG from Must. Zeraki takes set number 3. Alright. Alright, man, good games today. Good games. I like it. I like it a lot. And that means we're going on to set number 4. Looks like it's going to be on Heartbreak Ridge.